Friday, everybody. It's Pandalicious from ESH here. I'm just gonna vlog it. I was gonna do a video earlier this week and I got distracted. I've got something that I need to put out there. In order for me to get into the proper mindset to give this my full attention, I gotta get out of my Esh shell and into another alias that people may know me from. And that's Pandalicious from RP Grinders. That would require some theme music. I said I need theme music! Ah, there it is. Okay. I think that's enough. Hello? Thank you. This is the character study of Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII. Just for some background, on RP Grinders, we have had several debates over this particular character. The guys seem to think that she sucks. And I think she rocks. Okay, I may be exaggerating a little bit. Like a lot. But even if I am exaggerating, they're not giving her enough credit. Let's talk a little bit about Lightning and why these guys don't want to cut her any slack. Lightning is what I would call a stoic character. She seems cold and laconic at times, but actually this is really just a facade put on by the character. So we actually aren't even really getting to know the real character. Even her name is not even actually her name. Now, I don't want to play up the whole penis versus vagina philosophy here in this game, but I do feel like I do need to call it out. Female characters will always relate to other female characters a lot differently than male characters will relate to female characters. It is the way of life. Men don't often interact with women really well, and women don't really interact with women really well, so we're dealing with the complexities of being human. Who knew? So, in the case of Lightning, where she's been in this military for several years now, she has disassociated herself from any type of warm, fuzzy feelings, because when you're in war, you kind of have to. You can't feel bad about shooting people in the face because they're trying to shoot you in your face. But going back to Lightning, Lightning is just amplifying the mask. She's not even her true self to us. And maybe through Final Fantasy XIII too, we'll actually get to see a little bit of Eclair as opposed to Lightning. Every once in a while, we need a serious Susie. Fact. And this is not the first time in Final Fantasy history that we've ever encountered stoic characters. In fact, they're kind of a base stock in most RPG games. There are stoic people in reality, so there need to be stoic characters in games. They are pretty much just meant to be a foundation and a balance for the rest of the team. You can't have a team that's always completely driven, completely outspoken, and completely vampalicious either. And I don't know why the big deal is that we have a stoic female finally for a change. In most animes, especially ones that are relating to harem games, hentai games, and whatever, you have a multitude of girl archetypes. It's pretty standard. In terms of Final Fantasy characters, we have seen male counterparts that are just as stoic, cold, and unforgiving as Lightning appears to be in Final Fantasy XIII. Oh, and here's a little tidbit for people who didn't know. They were both conceptualized by Tetsuya Nomura. So that cold, unrecognizable feeling that you got from Cloud in Final Fantasy VII was conceptualized by the same person to give Lightning pretty much the same effect. So if you're a big fan of Cloud, then you shouldn't have a problem with Lightning. She's essentially the same fucking character. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Now, just because of these facts here does not necessarily mean that Lightning is completely out of the wrong. There are some character flaws in her that they didn't give her the chance to flesh out in the entire game. Cloud, obviously, after meeting Aerith, all of a sudden started to open up and actually started developing human emotion. We didn't actually get to see Lightning break away her shell and actually expose herself as being vulnerable, not until the very end of the game. And granted, not too many people actually even caught on to that little tidbit of information. So I'm actually going to keep a steady eye on Final Fantasy 13 too, since I do in fact plan to play it, this one. And who knows, maybe we'll actually see some Eclair in this game, which I actually think would give Sarah even a stronger basis for having the type of, sisterly love that she has for Lightning. I guess that's really all I wanted to say about that. I do have some other points that I actually plan to bullet point out and actually write a big theory thesis on Lightning as a character. And I plan to share bits of that with you guys when I start developing that and fleshing that out. It's a little mess right now, like it's all jumbly like this. I want to make it like this. So this actually turned out to be a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but I think I'm onto something. So this has been Pandalicious from RP Grinders and Ash, and I'm out of here. Psst! Hey, there's more. There's more. Watch!
Oh, hell no. It's cold out there standing up smoking.
Oh, maybe you should stop smoking.
How did I know you'd say that?
Because I always tell you that.
Yes, you do. And you know what? You're right, actually.
I'm right?
I really should.
You should.
I'm afraid if I stop smoking, I'll probably be up the house and the street and everything else.
You'll be out in the street if you stop smoking. What?